Dear sisters, dear brothers, welcome to this new video. I'm very excited because this is my third week without any coffee. So allow me to elaborate. I used to be a big coffee drinker. I used to love coffee and I still like it. But you know, it went out of control. I was working a lot and then I ended up drinking 3, 4, 5, 6 cups, sometimes less, sometimes more. And I realized that this was not good for me, okay? And it became some kind of addiction. And if something like this gets out of control, I always suggest, you know, take some steps, do an experiment, okay, try to change it, because then you will realize, okay, is it good for me, is it bad for me, what should I do? And in my case, yeah, I was drinking way too much, and you know, I just love the smell, the taste. And I have to say, at the beginning I thought, okay, I will not be able to go through this for a long time, because I thought I will feel sluggish, I can't have the same efficiency I normally have. But to my surprise, I have to say, that wasn't really the case. The adjustment period was much better than I thought. So in the first days, for example, I had the feeling that the body actually was happy that there was not this bombardment of caffeine coming in. And then I was able to actually, you know, keep that kind of habit. I'm talking like really no coffee at all. At some point I drank a bit of green matcha tea, and of course in the matcha tea there's also a bit of caffeine that should be taken into account, but I really stayed away from the brown liquid. And yes, I think at some point I will reintroduce coffee into my life. I will do it slowly and I will try to keep it to a minimum, but I'm really happy and quite proud that I could bring it to this point today. And my suggestion is, be careful, because I'm not saying that coffee is a super dangerous substance, but it's common sense that when you drink too much of anything, that this can't be good for you unless it's water. So, I mean, you know, the body's very complex. Coffee is a complex substance. It has more than 400 different components, okay? And some people, they just can't drink any of it. And even if you don't have any bad health responses to coffee, still, you know, when it comes to topics such as sleep, it's proven that when you have coffee in your system, if you drink it, let's say it's 5 or 6 o'clock, it will still affect your sleep. You may be able to sleep, but not in the same way than you would sleep without it. Okay, all these things are to be considered. And I have to say, today, after this experiment, I feel better. I don't crash as much, so when you drink you get awake and then after 20 minutes you crash. So everything is way more constant, it's less ups and downs, so that's really, really good. And yeah, also in general, my well-being is higher, I can feel it. And I think also out there there's a big interest group, a big industry which wants to push coffee, and it has become the #1 drug in the Western world by far, okay? And it is a drug, no matter what people say. Coffee is a drug, all right? It gives you a little high, it gives you a push, it can make you more productive, but all this comes at a cost. It's ridiculous to believe that you can just drink 3, 4, 5 cups a day over 20, 30, 40 years and not have any health consequences from that. Okay, I mean, you don't need to be a doctor to realize that. So when it comes to those kind of things, show yourself that, prove to yourself that you are in control. The same is valid for many other things out there, many other substances. And you know, when it comes to sugar, I will talk in another video about that, or even to meat, I will talk in another video about that. Try to break the routine, try to experiment, try to feel what it's like without this habit you have developed, and I wish you all the best on this particular journey.